Hello everyone, welcome back to our Empires 4 commentary. I am Beyond, and today we have our second matchup in our 2v2 show match series. Today we have 3D Anotand playing in the dark blue as the Japanese. His partner in crime will be the GOAT, aka Magic, playing in the teal as the IUBids. Across the way, their opponents will be the brothers from Canada. We have Wam playing as Jeanne d'Arc in the red, and then we have Puppypaw playing as the Delhi Sultanate in the purple. An absolute banger of a matchup here today, and honestly it can't get much better. I mean, yes, I could maybe handpick like maybe Beastie and Marine Lord to switch it out, but Puppypaw and Wam might be one of the best duos in the entire game. And then Anotand and Magic are just so good for making games a bit scrappy, and Anotand's come off a few nice victories in the past couple of tournaments, beating Beastie, the likes of Beastie as well. And Magic always makes things fun, makes it a little bit scrappy. Magic never gives up, and he's always going to make it difficult for the other side, honestly. So it should be a really good one today. And food and coffee, yeah, thank you so much for joining, and it should be a good one. I'm looking forward to this one as well. Now, it's all, as always, honestly, the good part about 2v2s is that there's never really a dull moment besides the first 3 minutes. I don't see any shenanigans going on just yet. It looks all pretty standard. Magnum, welcome. Thank you for joining, and hello. Now we have Anotand going for the Kara Shore House, which of course provides those beautiful farm all around. Right against there as well. Thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. Appreciate you. And it should be an interesting one. I mean, Delhi are probably the best feudal age civ in the game at the current moment. Jeanne d'Arc is also incredible. Thank you so much for that as well. Hold on. My activity feed's getting all wonky. And yeah, this should be a really, really good one. I'm really, really excited. Oh, it's a follower goal. I was wondering what's going on with that sound. But that makes more sense now. Never heard that before in my entire life. Yeah, so I mean, this is definitely the best, probably one of the best feudal age aggressions kind of matchup you can get. And then we of course have the IUBids, which had their castle age tweaked slightly. It's not as good as it once was, but it's still incredibly good. And then Japan can boom like the best of them, and they also traditionally go fast castle. So honestly, this is going to be, we're going to have to wait and see if the Delhi Sultanate, Puppypaw, and Wam can get a little bit of aggression going on. We see Magic putting down the outpost on their shared gold. So it is kind of nice that they can share the resources and also protect the same thing. And everyone just dinging feudal age quite quickly. Now we did go for the military wing early on. Remember, the crown, little crown is the way to tell. If you didn't know, that is the easiest way to know. If you see the little crown, it's the military wing. If you see a little bulb, it's the econ wing. And the culture wing is just a big old tower. And the trade wing is kind of like a little, pretty much just like a little ass sticking out right over here. So it is what it is. You know, what can we say? Nothing too fishy just yet. Just hanging out. We're getting some deer over here. We do have the early Desert Raider that comes with that wing going to take on these knights, and these are actually incredibly effective in the knights, because remember, they give that 20% debuff. So they are sneakily good against these early French, aka Jeanne d'Arc's knights. Something that's really a power point for them, but the charge will eventually take them down. But that's a really good chip damage early on. That much damage early on to a knight, already down below half health, and Wham's not going to have the ability to heal those knights for a fair amount of time, so they're going to be feeling pretty good about that trade early on. Let's see what else we got coming over here. No military buildings yet for anyone, just that outpost and kind of building a little bit closer. I will say these spawns on Gorge for feudal age aggression are going to be a little bit tougher. The good news for Wam and Puppypaw is that they will be able to kind of hit both bases at once. The bad news is that both bases can kind of protect each other in kind of a pseudo defense situation going on because they're so clustered. So at one point it's nice and easy to harass both. At the same time, it does make it a little bit annoying on that front. The Wam does see a little bit of an opening over here. Anotand is quick to pull those back in, and some more chip damage going down on that first knight. And look at that, half damage again. Desert Raider is going to be providing a little bit more firepower, and here come the Delhi archers, it looks like. Yes, it is. Let's go back and see here. We do see the Tower of Victory, the patented Vortex and Lucifron kind of build. And we're going to be seeing lots and lots of archers, and of course those Ghazi Raiders making mincemeat of anything that comes out in front of them, really quick with those maces to do a lot of damage. Now Wam's looking for some sort of harass to go down if he possibly can. Desert Raiders do find a few of these archers. They are going to be able to take them down quite quickly. A nice trade here though for Puppypaw if he's able to take down this Desert Raider for this archer, because that debuff is incredibly important to deal with these early French knights. And it looks like he will get it. No, he will not, just in time. Some nice micro there from Magic. Does end up getting it, but that is a whole bunch of knights. The villagers are running. They go back almost instantly. So this is exactly what you want to see if you're an early French civ. Gets lots and lots of idle time over here. And, I mean, the good news is that Anotand's going to be able to kind of boom back here safely with this protected wood line. Magic is on the front lines as Ayubids. So the good news though is that this kind of middle gold is protected a lot. There's not many easy openings into it. And there's already the floating gates already going down for Anotand. And we already have Castle Age as well for Magic. So the window is closing a bit here to get some early aggression going and make it kind of the most valuable. As the Delhi, you don't want to be going into that late game just yet. You kind of want to be sticking in that feudal to Castle Age type of situation. Jeanne d'Arc is pretty good all around, but you're going to want to have that level 3 before anything major happens. But we can see she's just trying to get as best as she can, as much XP as she possibly can, as she can pick up. We can see the Puppy's delivered some archers over here, and more are coming. Has secured the sacred sites though, and it looks like we're going to be seeing a few pickoffs from over here. The Ghazi Raiders coming out. Remember, they do get debuffed as well from these camels. And there is the first person into Castle Age. It is Anotand, looking very, very strong. The last time we saw him in the 2v2 matchup, he played Japan, and he looked really, really good on it. You can see a lot of chip damage going down over there. So continuing this back and forth, more camels are on the way to protect Magic's front line, and not many villagers have gone down. I haven't seen too many actually go down. We can take a quick look. 32 for Anotand, 30 for Wam, 32 for Magic, and 32 for Puppypaw. So just by that, and no one has any villager boost, I'm assuming that no villagers have gone down just yet. Now there is some idle time, but there it goes, another Castle Age ding for Magic. So the 2 fast casual civilizations are now ready to go. A lot of knights over here. There is a samurai knight though, a wall coming in. It looks like just in time Puppypaw is able to snipe it out before he gets that relic. This is going to be incredibly important. Now Sacred Site Victory is pending, and the annoying part is that one, it's great for the Delhi, all 3 collected, so a lot of extra gold coming in for Puppypaw. But they're gonna make them move out on this map. Now I don't think it's gonna be a Sacred Site Victory, but you never know. It's always a possibility. This is a whole bunch of knights we got over here, 9 in total. We have that backline support from Puppypaw. They're starting to wall off this side of the map, so really taking over complete control over this map. And we can even see taking control over this backhand side. Maybe they can make a tower, and if eventually the villagers cut through enough, they can start to do some serious damage. Now these mounted samurais are going to make quick work of all of these archers, and these camel lancers are going to do so well into this knight horde that we got over here for Wam. Now they might just dive all the way. It looks like they will not, because he knows if he gets trapped or loses this knights, it could be GG quite early on. But more and more samurai. We do have a counter raid going on for Anotand. Very, very nicely played here. Looks like he's going to collect at least 2 villagers. There they go. And he will be getting out with that nice armor going down over there. Remember, deflection armor takes that first melee range attack, which means that normally when a horseman will go down quite easily to 1 or 2 spears in the base. Those samurai are even better at it because they can deflect that first one, which means if they deflect that first one and charge into you, you know who's going to win that battle every day of the week. These Ghazi Raiders do trade incredibly well into this for feudal age archer. Oh, I was going to say that camel lance was going to face the wrath of that, but does quickly turn back around. But now we do have a sizable force coming in over here. This is gonna be a massive battle coming in. Some nice chip damage done from Wam, but you can see that giant purple debuff go down quite quickly. And another raid going down, so Anotand doing so well. This is the last case scenario, right? You do not want to be trading a raid out with villagers. And it looks like they're going to be backing off. So we do see that we have increased to 11 in total. And let's see, we don't see any, we see enough floating, so he might, Puppypaw might be going Castle Age. Let's see if Wam is not thinking about it. It doesn't seem like at this point. But this is a whole bunch of Camel Lancers, and they'll be able to trade incredibly well. I would assume that this is going to be the first decap Sacred Site, but I could be wrong. We could be seeing this one as well. That middle one is pretty safe and sound. Don't think we're going to be seeing anything along that lines. Now, we have found the cheekiness that is Puppypaw kind of dealing with this in the backhand side. One will be spare, but that's about it. And now this entire army, very scary looking, 9 mounted samurai and about 9 camels in total, moving out to decap the Sacred Site that I selected. As I guess, you know, I figured that it would be going for this one. It's least protected, most forward. It makes the most sense. Now, I will say though, Wam and these are some huge armies. Anotand might be actually getting caught out a little bit, but should be able to make it out just in time. But that is a lot of knights, and you're going to want to be moving out quite quickly. Some spearmen. Moving out with some spearmen. It looks like one samurai actually just decided to make it out just in time, but they're going to be able to wall them off. So this is going to be really, really bad for the situation. Puppypaw is now castle. I am concerned. If I was the lead of this horse regime over here, I'd be very, very concerned that we'd be taking a fat L quite soon. It looks like this. Why can't I speak? This wall will not be going up just in time, but actually Anotand's going up top, which is not good at all. Oh no. Oh no, there we go. Then we want to move out. The good news is they do have that armor. They're going to have to sneak out just in time. Let's see if they can get out. Anotand, I don't think he's looking. Oh no. Oh no, they're just corralling this force. This is brutal if they lose them. Anotand needs to find a way to get out. Maybe just run across the entire map and get out the other direction. Where is his camel help though? Yeah, Anotand is just taking the scenic route. We do love, you know, feels like he's on the Pacific Coast Highway, just cruising down, taking his sweet time, taking a look. But it's only 8, so it's not the end of the world if he loses all of these, but it would put him significantly behind. Now he just has to go up. Now Gaziers are coming in, but we do have the camels as defense coming in for that massive debuff. And it looks like they will finally be getting out, or decides to randomly charge in. And they do it because the camels are here and the spears are not. So a nice trade there for both sides. We do see that one Camel Lancer has made it onto these berries. One thing that they're very susceptible are the French and their French variants is that they have to move out for food out on the map. That's a major issue that they've always kind of run into. And now we do see a ton of spearmen over here. It looks like a keep was going to be going down, but might be a little bit ambitious into all of this. And another keep going down over here because they want this 8,000 gold vein. At the same time though, we're gonna have to defend this over here as well. Looks like a few of these mounted samurai are able to thwart this over here. This could be a massive engage. The camels are coming. A new age is here, and Wam has joined us in the Castle Age. And now, I mean, this is going to be an absolute banger of a series, right? This first game's already in the 15-minute mark. We're seeing a stalemate on both sides. Both sides are raiding back and forth. We can see a nice counterplay for each side. And yeah, the samurai are incredibly good. There is the keep for magic going down on the front lines. Going to be dropping down another tower just in case. And then there goes the mining camp. Going to be securing this major gold vein. And also going to be making sure that that sacred site over here is not capped. So this should be going on for quite some time. Now I will say we've moved into the Castle Age, which means we are slightly in favor of Japan and the Ayubids at the current moment, at least for now. It could swing in different directions depending on the unit composition, and of course these players are so good that, you know, anything is possible at that point. But I will say these French Knights are very, very good. Where's Joan at? I haven't seen Joan in quite some time. She's been kind of slacking, if we're going to be 100% honest. Maybe she's just still level 2? Probably. That's probably why. There she is, still level 2. Almost there. So she can actually join the big leagues quite soon, but not just yet. So she's still level 2, so we still got some time. Let's see. We got a pop cap over here for Puppypaw, feeling pretty good. We have Anotand also feeling pretty good this situation, and same with Magic. Magic, though, has dropped a second TC back here. So you can see the longer this goes on, the better. And let's see, any second TCs over here? It does not look like we see any other TCs on that front. So Magic and Anotand do have the quote-unquote advantage. A few Lancer raids going down, and let's see relics as well. It looks like they're trying to run away from the Lancers, and the Lancers will be going down eventually. But that will give them the forefront. We can see the French Knights. They really have control over that. Let me see if I can take a quick peek at the old relics. No, I don't think. Unfortunately, in 2v2s, it's not easy to select. But I can find them in one moment for the relics. Looks like Anotand had at least 2. Let's see. Anotand has. We have more raids going on the backhand side, though. Wam is finding some pay dirt here with all these villagers, but more mounted samurais are dealing with that on the forefront. We have mounted samurais going a little bit of everywhere. We also have Onimusha coming out as well to pick off these. Pick off all these. Remember, these do so well into this armor composition. Look at them. It's absolutely rip apart this front line, and with that debuff, they could be seen very, very nice. Puppy and Anotand, Puppy and Wam are looking to push in on this front. Anotand's holding firm with these camel raiders in the back, and I will say this town center is able to provide some nice covering fire as long as it's targeting the unarmored units. They are thwarting off a lot of back and forth, but it does look like this composition here for Puppypaw and Wam is going to be really, really nice, and a full-on engage is coming in over here. The mounted samurais are also coming in, and some nice back and forth dancing over here. These spearmen are going to play a pivotal role in this fight. The Onimusha are trying their best to take down, but there's just not enough archers in the range at the current moment, and a lot of crossbowmen. That is the power of the Tower of Victory. They are rapid fire at the current moment, and this front line of these knights just seems to be impenetrable. Jeanne d'Arc is level 3 now, so she is providing that nice area of effect boost. Remember, Magic is on 2 TC, so he's going to be feeling A-okay about this if they can hold off this push. But back and forth we go, Mounted Samurai, and now we also have Spearmen on their own, so just a little bit of jousting going back and forth. And now we also have a ton of crossbowmen coming in for the IamMagic player, seemingly out of nowhere. I didn't even realize where those things came from, and it looks like they are going to be holding this as long as the front line does not go down too quickly, which it looks like to be the case. And a nice switch up here from Magic. I didn't even realize that he was switching up to those, but now a full range composition for Anotand and Magic seem to be very, very clean. We do have the old elephant over here, going to be looking to soak up those crossbowmen in the forefront, which is a very nice switch up from Puppypaw. These things can tank for days on this front. Onimusha are showing the power of them, and this is also showing the ability of this entire map control from Puppypaw and Wam. And there it is. There is the elephant. We do have a mangonel, aka a Magic, but it's mangonel for all intents and purposes if it doesn't shoot those fire arrows or those fire things. The Onimusha are trying to defend as best they possibly can. They are able to take down a few knights as long as they're microed properly, but they are able to stop any long distance mining and this backhand side. Gold vein over here. The war elephant is looking to take home a little bit of something, but a nice capture. One second. Alright. And we're moving in. The mangonel is getting into position. And boom, some nice cutting here from Magic. Is going to be able to cut down all of this front line. But we'll need some sort of defense from Anotand. It looks like the French Knights are moving in on these Onimusha, and they're trying their best to kind of trade in and out. The Onimusha are doing as best they possibly can. It is good trading, but there is just so many French Knights here, and I'm not sure if he can hold that entirely. It looks like the War Elephant is doing its job, is tanking 4 days. It's now crossbowmen versus crossbowmen. Remember, these crossbowmen also have Tower of Victory, so they're shooting a little bit faster. It looks like it's about 23 to 23, so just clear as day. They try to do a little bit of a wall lull. It's not working out too well, and Wam is finding so much value on the backhand side. These Onimusha are really killing off a lot of these French Knights, though. That is everything, though, that Wam has. Remember, even though this is looking pretty bad, that is the whole shebang, and now we have the crossbowman moving out over here. And now Puppypaw is starting to dive this town center and these towers. This is absolutely insane, and now Magic is pulling back, trying to help out his friend Anotand on the backhand side. Knights are going to be ripped through by these crossbowmen. The farm transition going down for the opposite player. It looks like the map control is feeling very nice for Wam and Puppypaw. As you can see, they've just kind of moved out. They've just kind of been hanging out the best they possibly can. Thank you so much for the follow. Didn't see what the name was, but I will shout it out afterwards after this game. And there we go. They are able to thwart the Knights in the backhand side. One does stay around, does finally get cleaned up, but remember, we have a whole bunch of crossbowmen sitting in between all of these, and they're going to have to be cleaned up quite soon. They're taking names and numbers. So many villagers are going down, and now we have a new slew of Knights coming into the base. It is at the 22-minute mark, and it is non-stop pressure from Wam and Puppypaw. The Onimusha are here. They are here, and there is the GGs. The first game goes to Wam and Puppypaw. Well played from both teams.